Welcome to the library's Countdown to Ribbon Cutting. My name is Jennifer Bangser, and this is our daily filing on what's going on behind the scenes as we get ready for our big day on June 23rd. And today, Chris Timmons has taken some time out of her busy schedule. She is our exhibits curator and has been working incredibly hard and thoughtfully on getting our art in place and our exhibits up in time for ribbon cutting. Welcome, Chris.
Hi, Jennifer.
So I've watched you very carefully mapping out and measuring and designing and planning, and
it's been a pretty interesting month, 6 weeks. It all started 2 years ago when we had to take all the art out of the building to get it ready for construction, and that in itself was really an extraordinary process.
I can imagine.
Everything had to be reappraised first. It couldn't go out and be insured without being reappraised. So that was a process. Everything, these mammoth processes that fit together.
Right.
And then we did a massive cleaning of the pieces and then had them photographed, and Julie, the art director, did her wonderful labeling of everything. She photographed everything. We had a host of volunteers come in and help us pack up the art under the guidance of Kathy Benowitz, and it was quite a process. And
so
anyway,
it's really a community effort that
absolutely
made this happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a month ago, the art came back, and it was much easier to get it unpacked than to get it packed, and but then the whole process began of the library's art collection really has two parts to it. One is its signature black and white collection of works of art on paper by Westport artists, and that's a wonderful collection. I'll talk about that in a second. And then there are a number of other pieces by Westport artists, but they're some of them are black and white, but many are colorful paintings. And we have about 165 pieces of art in all, 92 of which are part of the black and white collection. And because the black and white collection was designed to go, or the configuration of it was designed for the old McManus room in the early 90s by Westport artist Lynn Fisher and now late Westport artist Howard Muntz. They had this idea that the room it was blank for a couple of years when the building was made, and they finally thought, wait a minute, we need something to decorate the room, but it should not compete with what's going on stage. And they came up with the idea of a simple but
powerful exhibit, and you've been able to kind of take the exhibit and put it in our new Kamansky family program room in a design that really suits a layout that really suits that space. So when patrons come in on ribbon cutting day, they can go back to the Kamansky room and they will see the collection.
It's a very different space, and in fact it is now going to be in two different rooms, but it works beautifully in both, and it's laid out very differently than it was downstairs, and it I think it looks beautiful.
It does. It looks absolutely brilliant. And aside from that, there are other spaces in the library where you'll see art on the walls through hallways, and we have a couple other dedicated art places. The Sheffer Gallery is one on the
that's for changing exhibits. We have 3 changing exhibit spaces, and the Sheffer Gallery is the main one. The first exhibit up is by Michael Brennicke, Westport painter. There's another wonderful exhibit of photography by Westport photographer Richard Frank, who has been documenting the transformation of the building. They're going to be a number of photographs of the workers behind the transformation. And I just put up yesterday an exhibit called The Lost Negatives of Rock and Roll Photography.
Yes, and we can see that from where we're sitting, and it's such a collection of iconic
it's amazing
people and images that
by Michael Friedman, who was in the 60s and 70s. He was a music producer and manager, and also an avid photographer. So he
So
So here we see Janis Joplin and Mick Jagger and company, the band, Leon
right.
Helm.
And it's
a whole
situated
crew.
right outside our video recording studio, and I think that very purposely a spot, the art that will be there will be performance arts oriented.
It's going to focus on that.
So when people come in on June 23rd, there's a lot of places to explore that include art, and hopefully those of you listening will keep this in mind when you show up on June 23rd. And
the art that you have had in the library all along looks very different, and you may suddenly see things that have been here for a long time, but positioned in new places with new light, under skylights. It looks gorgeous here. It really does.
Well, thank you so much, Chris, for your time, and can't wait to see people in here looking at art.
Absolutely.
Okay, signing
Thanks,
off.
Jennifer.
Thank you all for listening. This is we're just thrilled to talk about this library built for the community by the community, and see you all on June 23rd. Thank you.